Gary Neville has joined us from the gantry. Thoughts on the game, Gary? You said that there'll be plenty of these in a title-winning season.
Yeah, it wasn't spectacular from Liverpool, but that wasn't the most important thing tonight. They were really professional, particularly after they scored the goal. I thought they were outstanding. I think they've done that quite a few times this season, where they've kept the ball really well, managed the game. Everton really couldn't get any momentum. And the most important thing was the 3 points. Just obviously after what had happened a couple of weeks ago, it would be a long couple of weeks for the Liverpool players, for Arne Slot. But tonight they'll go into that dressing room and they'll sort of know that they're nearly there, and it'll be about making sure they don't make mistakes now.
First 1-0 win for Liverpool at home in the Premier League for 2 years, which shows that they're doing it in a slightly different way, maybe under Arne Slot.
Yeah, like I say, I think that I'm stunned at where Liverpool are. I don't think we can rewrite history now and start saying because they've lost the Carabao Cup final, because they've gone out of Europe, this is a half disappointing season. This is an unbelievable season. To take over from Jurgen Klopp, a massive personality and character, who almost in some ways was, I mean, loved beyond words by Liverpool fans. You just thought there was going to be a drop-off. Everyone thought there would be a drop-off. I certainly did.
Thought or hoped?
Both. But to be fair, I actually thought there would be, genuinely. I just thought there's no way those Liverpool players would be able to react the same to a man who they've become so accustomed to sort of loving and getting used to. The style of play, the way in which he was. But Slot, because he's the absolute contradiction of Klopp in terms of his composure, his smoothness, his calmness, he just seems to be perfect in terms of what Liverpool needed this season. You've got to give it to everybody who appointed him, but also to the manager and the players.
Can I just ask you about the run-in as well, when Liverpool have this 12-point cushion? You've been in comfortable situations in Premier League title races before. How difficult or otherwise is it to maintain your focus?
I don't think this is difficult for Liverpool, and that's not me sort of, you know, making it sound like it's easy. I think when you've been there before, like a few of those players have, and don't get me wrong, Alisson, Van Dijk, Salah, Robertson, Trent Alexander, they deserve a second Premier League title for how great a players they've been. They've been knocking on the door of City for many, many years, and just because of City's brilliance, they haven't won 2 or 3 before. So I think they'll be really comfortable. I don't think there'll be any panic whatsoever because of those 5 or 6 senior players who've been there before and know to get over the line.
Will there be a sense of, look, it'll happen when it happens, or will they just want to get it done ASAP?
No, I think it's important they do it quite quickly, because I think you don't want that sentiment to build that it's been a poor season, Liverpool are just getting over the line, and sort of the fact they've gone out of Europe, the fact they've been obviously beaten by Newcastle. I think now it's really important to get it done quickly, that they win games. And tonight was the important part of that, because it was tough tonight. Everton made it difficult for them, but I thought they handled it well in the second half. First half wasn't great, but second half I thought they played really well.